Good morning everyone, I'm Judy and my partner is Wan Chin. Today we are going to talk about attitudes. I'm sure that everyone knows the meaning of attitudes, but do you see your attitude? Do you judge your attitude? Do you know what should you do with your attitude? Let's move on to our first slide. If you don't like something about yourself, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Don't complain. For example, if you don't like your fleshy body, just go for exercise. Go for gym. It's useless that when you keep saying that, why am I so fat? Why am I so weak? Why the guy is so muscular? Oh my god, I gained weight again. Stop complaining and start working on it. Let's see the glass that half full. What do you see? An optimist see that the glass is half full, whereas a pessimist see that the glass is half empty. This is because an optimist see things from their bright side, while the pessimist see things from the dark side. They see the emptiness of the glass. They see the inadequate of themselves. We should change our attitude to a positive attitude, such as, for example, like the optimist who always has a will to to improve themselves, to fulfill their satisfaction. The next slide. Attitude change one's life. If I want you to list out all the differences of a successful person and those who are not, I'm sure that every one of you can do it. As a university student, this is a very common thing that everyone must know. But do you know what is the most important characteristic that this successful person have? They have a will to do it. Why is it so difficult that having a positive attitude? Why can't everybody do it? It's because we don't have a will to do it. In fact, I admit that I have stage fright and very weak in presentation, but I always think positively and I want to do it. I have a will to do better in my next presentation. In short, our life is a reflection of our attitude. Your attitude determines your future. Let's think for people suffering in poverty-stricken life in Africa. Do you think that they want to continue their life in that extreme condition forever? What we can do is just helping them by providing them food, medicine, water for very limited supply. What should they do is change their attitudes, to change their life, to live a better life. Here is a very good example of successful person of having a positive attitude. I think that there is no one who don't know his name, his story. Yes, he is Nick, a person without limbs, but he get married. A person without limbs, but he loves swimming and fishing. A person without limbs, but he become a famous speaker, artist, and musician. So, as the saying goes, when God closes your doors, there is always a window left for you. Let's see the last point. What is the connection? What is the relation between healthy lifestyle and positive attitude? When we're having positive attitudes, we will automatically get rid of stress and worries in our life. We will cope more easily with our daily affair. So now I pass it to my partner Wan Chin to continue with attitude. Your attitude determines how others treat you.
So a very good morning. I'm Wan Chin. So now, just now, thank you for my partner for explaining about how the attitude can determine your future. Means that a positive thinking will help you. So I would like to continue with the point with the attitude will determine how other people treat you. Okay. So So this is my slide, and I would like to focus on one point. Before I start my point, I would like to point out that actually every one of us has an attitude problem. Believe me or not, but every one of us have attitude problem, just whether the problem is big or not. And is it show it to more people or just you hide it by yourself? So the first point I would like to talk about is nothing ever goes your way. What is it nothing ever goes your way? Okay, so let's imagine if today is raining heavily and your shoes is broke, and some more is one car just passed by and all the water splashed on your shirts and everywhere. What do you think? Okay, some people will think that, okay, it's fine, I'm going home, I'm reaching, so it's okay. But some people, they will blame everything. Blame the car, blame the rain, blame the God, and blame everything. So it is somehow like, if nothing ever goes your way, when something bad happens, you cannot keep thinking that everyone is like go against you, even the God. It's just like something that is very naturally that happens in your life. So if you think like that, nothing ever goes your way, and you keep complaining, this is actually quite an attitude problem. And the next one I will talk about is closely related to this point, is self-centered. Self-centered means that you always think that you are right. So you are very impossible or very hard to work with while in a group discussion. Just like if a group discussion, everybody needs to discuss a very important decision, but a self-centered person, they will not allow you to discuss with them. They will think that their decision is the right decision. Even you want to discuss about it, they will reject your point and they will just think that the world goes around them. And the next point I will talk about is a cynical angle to everything. Cynical angle is actually a pursuit to the virtue. Means that a good value. However, this kind of cynical angle in a person actually will let a person to keep thinking negatively. Just for an example, some people may have the pursuit of the virtue, like if they see somebody, they can do everything to fight a position. Okay, so this kind of people, they will criticize the people that fight for position and they can do everything. So this kind of cynical angle, maybe they will seem nice to be around at the start, but actually they are spreading the negative thinking to everyone, to the people around him or her. This kind of negative thinking will slowly affect the others to think like that, to think negatively. So actually this one is a negative thinking and also one kind of an attitude problem. And the last point I want to talk about is if 3 people have commented on your bad attitude, whatever the bad attitude is, you may want to kind of realize what is your bad attitude. For example, if you like to gossip, so you have to think about why you like to have to gossip. And other people have commented about this so that they don't want you to gossip so much. And another is poor work quality. If got people commented on your poor work quality, you may have to think about to improve your work quality. So, in the conclusion, Joy Caruso have talked about that you have to admit that your thoughts, your attitudes, behaviors, and actions will determine who's in your life and how they treat you. And we all have the capacity to be our own best friend and our own worst enemies. What he's talking about is like our attitude will attract certain people, no matter our attitude are good or bad. Even if we have a bad attitude, doesn't mean that we totally have no friends. Actually, it will actually attract the people who have a same kind or totally opposite side of the attitude. So attitude actually you cannot measure it, but attitude will determines who's will be around you and how you want to deal with your difficulties in the future. So attitude is everything. The problem actually is not the problem, but the problem is your attitude about the problem. So that's all from us. Thank you.